in theory, apart from a few weeks on holiday, I've been in training for about 7 months. So, but having said that, it has been hard work, but I've absolutely loved every second for it. And the thought of sharing the ring with Marco Antonio Barrera at the Manchester Arena, which is my second home in it, really. And, you know, to hear the roar of the crowd, Blue Moon, and there's only one Ricky Hatton, and the roar of the fans again, it's going to be a very, very special night for me. Yeah, at 44 years of age, I never thought I'd be here again, but it's been really, really good for me. It's done me really well.
Well, I mean, I saw you. I think I saw you in Sky Sports News last night. You look sensational. Right. You look in great shape. I mean, you say it's been tough getting into that shape again. How tough?
Well, extremely tough. I always made it hard for myself when I was in my prime. And to be honest with you, things haven't changed now. I'm 44 years of age, has it really? But it's been so good it's been good for my well-being. It's given myself a target and a goal and something to set me sights towards. And the feedback I've got by so many people going, Ricky, you know, you've inspired me to get my weight off. You know, if you can do that at 44 years of age, and obviously I'm an ambassador for mental health, and everybody knows my history of the bad times I've got. People just writing letters and getting in touch and saying, you know, Ricky, how you've inspired us, you know, to see where you were, you know, 18 months ago, you know, and it was all well documented where I was. I was in a very, really bad way. And to where you are now, it's when it got postponed, it wasn't for nothing. It's inspired so many people, but it's made me decide to make a lifestyle change, to be honest with you. I'm 44 now. I can't keep dropping weight like I have been doing. So this is Ricky Hatton for good as far as I'm concerned.
It's brilliant you've done what you've done. Ricky, just in the passing, what would you say to anyone who's listening to us, watching us on YouTube and Facebook at the moment, who's having a tough day? Maybe their mental health isn't where they need it to be, and they're having a tough day. What would you want to say to them?
I'm sympathised with you. I'm with you every step of the way. You know, I've been there. I mean, it was absolutely horrible. You know, I went from so many highs in my career to so many lows, and then I nearly wasn't here. I nearly took my own life. I was that depressed. But not only am I still here, I'm doing my exhibition on Saturday night with Marco Antonio Barrera. And if you are going through, you know, tough times, you've just got to keep yourself busy. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter whether you've had a relationship problems or, you know, you've lost your job, or it's several things that make us end up the way we end up. But if you've just got to, you know, open your eyes, lift your chin up and look in front of you. There's so many great things there. If I'd have took my own life, I wouldn't have seen Campbell, my son, go professional. I wouldn't have seen my granddaughter, Lila, and my granddad now. I wouldn't have made up with my parents, which it's going to be great to have my parents at ringside, you know what I mean, because I didn't speak to my parents for 8 years. And what I'm saying, guys, is look at all these things I would have lost out on if I hadn't have, you know, gone and spoke to someone and got it off my chest and do everything on a daily basis. Like, just keep yourself busy. My mornings are worse, but as the day goes on, because I have a routine, my days get better as they go on. But if you don't have that routine and you don't get up and don't keep yourself busy, you're going to stay where you are. And I know it's hard, but you've got to, you know, you can do it. And
get out there and keep busy. Yeah, that's the message, yeah. Ricky, here's Stuart Pearce.
Rick, it's brilliant to see you looking so well. I mean,
good to see you, mate.
I was at most of those fights at the MEN Arena. The atmosphere, it was an extension of the matches on Saturday at Main Road and at the City of Manchester. You know, it's incredible. But I remember bringing myself and the coaching staff from Man City come down to watch you train in the gym, and they staged a photo with me and you in the ring, and you threw a few punches at me, and my goodness me. You start to realise then what a place that ring is. It's a lonely, lonely place if you can't protect yourself like a coward like myself, you know. But it's incredible to watch you train. Don't worry about it. In your profession, make no mistake, I am. But listen, brilliant. The atmosphere will be incredible when you step back in that ring, I'm sure.
Yeah, thank you. You know what it is, Stuart? I think I speak for footballers as well. The one thing you miss, and it's the worst thing, the most nervous thing, is when you're walking from the changing rooms to the ring, or whether you're walking from the changing rooms to the pitch. When you hear the roar of the crowd, it's the most nerve-wracking thing. But when you retire, that nervousness, that adrenaline buzz, that kick you get when you walk out towards the ring or onto the pitch, that's the one thing you miss. Even though it's the most scariest thing, it's the one thing you miss. And I feel very, very blessed that I'm still here to be there Saturday night, to be absorbing it all again, mate. So it's going to be a very, very emotional night for me, but I think everyone's in for a treat.
Is there a lot of mutual respect flying about between you and Marco?
Absolutely. You know, it's ironic, but he's been my friend for a number of years. I walked him into the ring in Las Vegas for one of his fights, and then when I boxed Jose Luis Castillo, who incidentally was a Mexican fighter, and Marco walked me into the ring against Jose Luis Castillo. I said, Marco, won't you get a bit of stick from your fellow countrymen? He went, no, you're my brother. So, and it's ironically, you know, we're going to be sharing the ring on Saturday, but no, it's listen, he's a great fighter. He can have a fight. Saw them fights with Eric Morales, and then he outboxed Nassim Ahmed really to sort of like end Nassim's career, I guess. So he's a fantastic talent. He's an absolute hero and a legend of mine. So I'm going to have to be on my toes, but we're still former champions. You know, we're still professionals. We've still got pride. You know, I mean, there's going to be a big crowd there. You know, he's not going to want to come to Manchester, have me box his ears off, and I'm not having him come to my arena, my Manchester arena, and him do the same. So that's where the competitive.
You see, Ricky, I love this. Simon, I love this. They're not out to do damage to each other. They're out to entertain.
I was going to ask Ricky. I mean, I had the privilege. I held my nose a couple of times. I went out to the north, but I had the privilege of watching Ricky fight Benteke, and I had the privilege of being at the Costa Zoo fight, and of course watching him develop. And he's one of these fighters. Ricky Hatton's one of those fighters that ducked none of them. We talk about all of these fighters that have fought. He fought the best. Ricky did. In their prime. Ricky, what kind of experience will people get on Saturday evening? What will they look? I mean, you'll look forward to being cheered into the ring and all that goes with that, and Blue Moon and all that stuff. But what will the fans expect from the spectacle that they're going to be seeing, or what will they be getting?
I've always said my fans were my greatest ever achievement. I mean, you know, when I look at some of my heroes like Fran Bruno and Nigel Benn and all, they're still my heroes. When you think of the following I had, it was bigger than my heroes. So how can that not be your best achievement? And I always want to put a show on for the fans. And even though I'm 44 years of age and boxing in an exhibition, I still haven't changed. I'm still a fighting man. You know, I'm still, you know, want to give value for money to everyone, you know. And so even though there's going to be no liberties taken, you know what I mean, we're not going to go in for the kill. You know, if I hit him with one, I'm not going to go and try and finish him off and that. But listen, you know, I wouldn't have even admitted to it. I wouldn't have even accepted doing this if I thought one single fan was going to go away yawning or fell asleep or saying that was a waste of time. You know, I'd rather not bother, because that's tarnishing my legacy, not enhancing it. So no, trust me, like in every single fight, I've always given value for money, and nobody will go home disappointed on Saturday.
Listen, in an exhibition sense, finally, Ricky, would you consider doing the same thing with the likes of Floyd Mayweather?
Let me get the first one out of the way first, you know. but no, listen, you know, I mean, it's been so good for my well-being. It's been good for me physically. It's been good for me mentally. It's given me a lifestyle change now. I realise that 44 years of age, I can't be whipping the weight off like I've done again. So it's a lifestyle change. And if I had a phone call from Floyd Mayweather or anyone for that matter, I'd be a fool not to look at it, because what it's done for me mentally and physically, and what it's done for others. I've inspired others away from the ring. So if Floyd Mayweather come on the phone, I'd have to be an idiot not to look at it. But like I say, in these exhibition formats, you know, I'm all for it. My best days are behind me. But an exhibition and move around with Floyd Mayweather again, absolutely, yeah.
Ricky, well done. Look forward to seeing how it goes against Marco Antonio Barrera. Ricky, well done for everything you do in the field of mental health as well.
My pleasure.
Your words have resonated with a lot of people listening around the country, and thank you so much for doing that. Ricky Hatton with us at this lunchtime, live on talkSPORT.
Jim White and Simon Jordan, Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.